Well serves as the Garissa Township Member of Parliament, staunch supporter of the Deputy President Dr. William Ruto and the cause that the DP has in succeeding President Uhuru Kenyatta. A very good evening to you and welcome to the broadcast. And we are 176 days before polling day on August the 9th, and the future of the country remains uncertain. This time round, with politics in stalemate and the electoral question unresolved, the stakes are even higher. Kenya's political establishment is beset by many shortcomings, from lacking ideology and policies to malaise within the political parties. 30 years after multi-party democracy, dipping public trust is evident amid growing skepticism. Apathy in the just concluded voter registration exercise possibly signifying the public displeasure. The 2010 Constitution gave birth to a vast array of independent institutions that are holding up under enormous pressure ahead of polling day in August, a case of when the shoe is on the other foot, the political class's conduct. Management of the country's electoral process has been a messy affair too. Wafula Chebukati's IEBC is still reeling from the 2017 marriage with the United Republican Party of the Deputy President Dr. William Ruto emerged the winner with 6,173,433. He was followed by the ODM party chief Raila Odinga, who was under then Quad Coalition, the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy, with 5,340,546, followed by Musalia Mudavadi with 483,981 and Peter Kenneth 72,786. Total number of valid votes 12,221,053. This is according to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC. We come to the continuity of the 2013 presidential results. Abdul Badida was up next with 52,848, Martha Karua 43,881, James Ole Kiapi 40,998, and Paul Muite, who had a paltry 12,580 votes. What happened 5 years ago in 2017, now under the Jubilee Party following the merger of URP, Jubilee and more than 10 other parties, President Kenyatta was re-elected 8,203,290. This is equivalent to 54.27% and 35 counties where he had more than 25%. Raila Odinga came second with 6,762,224. This was equivalent to 44.74%, and 29 counties is the number of counties where Raila Odinga polled at more than 25%. Ekuro Court got 27,311, Joseph Kavinga 16,482, Michael Wainaina 13,257, and Shakalanga Cyrus Jirongo, who had 11,705, which is 0.08%. And we get the profile of the guest tonight, and he is the Garissa Township Member of Parliament and the former leader of the majority party in the National Assembly, Adan Duale, who supports the cause of the Deputy President Dr. William Ruto, as you can see on your screens at the moment. On the show tonight, he served as the Member of Parliament for Garissa Township since 2007, first elected on ODM in 2007, then in 2013, a member of the United Republican Party of the Deputy President William Ruto, served as the leader of the majority party between 2013 and 20, elected on the Jubilee Party ticket in 2017, and he still is serving as the Member of Parliament. And he is with us in the studio this evening as the first guest of KURA2022, which is premiering tonight. Deputy President Dr. William Ruto's ascendancy to the presidency is all but inevitable. That is the view of my guest this evening. Garissa Township Member of Parliament Adan Duale was one of the few leaders who had direct access to the presidency and formed the first layer of defense that immuned President Uhuru Kenyatta during the Jubilee Party heydays before his unceremonious removal in 2020. So why did the Uhuru honeymoon end so very quickly? The Garissa Township MP is here to tell us. Good evening, Mheshimiwa, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Why do you think the excitement generated in the aftermath of the Jubilee Party formation in 2016 has evaporated so very fast?
I think let me begin with why was the Jubilee Party formed? And the Jubilee Party was formed after the collapse of about 14 parties.
Okay.
URP and TNA being the biggest shareholders, because they're the ones that formed government. And this was as a result of a call by the president and the party leader of the coalition, URP-TNA,
All right.
Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, and the deputy, William Ruto, on the basis that, because in 2013, we started our journey in Nakuru, and you remember the 2007 post-election violence. Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto were not reading from the same script. One was in PNU, one was in ODM. There was animosity between their two communities. So the 2013 marriage between our two leaders was about the unity of those two communities.
All right.
Who, in the subsequent elections from 1992, had a serious clashes every election. So once we formed government, we wanted to go further and take that unity of all the people of Kenya to the rest of the country.
Okay.
And we found out that the best way to unite the people of Kenya was to form a strong national party. So when we collapsed 14 parties and formed the Jubilee, in fact, we expected our competitors, the NASA then, to also collapse and form one single party. So the country can have two single parties established based on ideology and unifying the country.
Okay.
The dividends of that Jubilee party in 2016 that we formed, we got it in 2017 general election. We got 175 members of parliament. We got the majority of the governors in the counties. We got the majority of the senators and the majority of the county assemblies. But midway, around 2018, after the handshake, and I think there were now a cabal, a team that wanted first to destroy Jubilee as a party, to prepare a scheme to lock out the deputy president from the 2022 succession politics, and 3, to make sure that Jubilee party loses the objective and the purpose that it was formed.
Okay.
So that is why you see some of us went with the deputy president, because we still believe, I myself believe that the community that I represent, the Muslim community, the Somali community, the people of the north, the pastoralists, we are far much better off. Our interests will be catered for in a national party, not in a regional, ethnic or village party.
Okay, then in 2022 that it doesn't face the same fate as the ruling Jubilee party.
No, you know, the characters who hijacked the Jubilee party, if you ask me, are not elected leaders. I mean, you know, the Murathas of this world, the Tujus of this world, and many, many others. You know, parties are run by people who have the mandate of the
people.
From the people. But I think that's now water under the bridge. We need to focus. And that's why you see when we formed the UDA and our agenda for the people of Kenya is one to change the conversation on the economy.
Okay.
That let's go begin from the bottom. Then you see the Honorable Musalia Mudavadi with this Uchumi Bora, Pesa Mfukoni, feeling that these people have a similar agenda. Then you go to Ford Kenya that says haki na usawa for all people in terms of economic empowerment. So I want to assure you that, and even speaking for the deputy president, because we waited for about, I think, 3 years since 2017 when we won, to see whether we can salvage the party called Jubilee National Party.
Is it salvageable?
I think that is for those who have remained. I mean, I have moved on, and I'm now part of a very serious national party called the UDA in consultation with other parties forming Kenya Kwanza. So I think those who have now, because you have seen they're trying to rebrand, they're trying to have an NDC meeting. I wish them well. Some of them are my colleagues. But I think whether it can be salvaged, whether it can be put back to the highway of the political infrastructure, I think those who are there will comment on it. I think I am not in a position now to comment about Jubilee.
Okay, so let's now talk about what you see as very important, and all political players do,
Yes.
the economy. It's a common denominator for all those seeking to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta. And you likened the bottoms-up economy, because your critics say there's a lot of ambiguity about it as to
Yes.
how that will be implemented, to President Joe Biden of the United States of America's Build Back Better. What is it that is about this entire move by your faction of the political system in the country that you seek to reboot the economy, but there is a lot of ambiguity hovering around the same?
You know, since independence in all successive governments, the economy focus was more of corporate, was more of the big boys, that we invest, an investment, and the economic model was more of a trickle-down economic model, okay, where it's coming from up. We are saying for the first time, and we are not alone, there are many, even developed economies that have similar policy, including the US, is that it's not tenable in terms of reducing poverty, in terms of bringing more people even within the tax bracket, in terms of even accelerating and creating a very vibrant middle class. This trickle-down effect is not sustainable, is not tenable. Okay. What is the alternative that we want to put on the table? The alternative, we do a bottom-up economic model, where, and that is at the bottom of the pyramid.
Okay, how so then, in terms of
and I'm saying, how do we do that? Today, as I sit here, every constituency receives 100 million for CDF,
okay,
for school infrastructure, for other
security education.
Security education. We will put 100 billion first to create jobs for the young people, both formal and informal. Empower them. Look for, in every constituency, you can have 100 million. Put 50 billion in the small, medium businesses, enterprises, okay, where they can borrow. You know, Amamamboga, the guy of the boda, the saloonist, even the small, medium contractors, the moment they get a fund that can support them, because the biggest problem in business at the bottom is access to funds, okay, access to credit. These people don't have securities. And the question that I ask myself when I look at the budget is, if we can give close to 50 or 100 billion the last 4 successive budgets to Kenya Airways, what is wrong if we give 50 billion to bring up Mama Mboga, the small-scale businesses in our country? And that's why many people don't want to do that. Because if you do that and you empower them and they come up, they will be able to pay taxes.
Okay.
And then the tax bracket will expand.
Okay.
So in fact, there will be more revenue collected by Kenya Revenue Authority.
Okay.
And we are advocating finally,
okay,
for affordable tax, and everybody must pay tax.
Okay, so I'll question you on the very clear vision of the same, because you likened it to what Build Back Better holds for the United States of America as per President Joe Biden, and your proposal to the expansion of the tax base when we come back from the break, and also the first term of the ruling Jubilee government that you say has been sort of good navigation through the water system in the country.
Yes.
But nonetheless, your opponents on the other side of the political faction do hold a contrary opinion. When we come back from the break, we continue with the discussion with the former leader of the majority party in the studio. Stay tuned.